Okay, hi.
Hi, Ihor. Hello, everyone. Today we are going to continue our conversation about the ICOs, and today we are going to talk about the white papers. So, Ihor, I have some questions for you, and I would like to get expert answers. Okay. So the first question is, what is a white paper, and what are the goals of white paper writing, and does it belong to a marketing tool?
Sorry, does it belong to what?
To a marketing tool.
Okay, got it. Uh, yeah, hi Tanya, hi everybody. Thanks for a really great question and for picking a very important topic. White papers, in my opinion, is super important topic for the ICO. It's one of the aspects that defines the success of the ICO, but moreover, um, white paper is something really strategic that every project should have. Um, and I think white paper, like speaking of the startups world, like I've done a lot of consulting, and there has been a lot of hype around lean startup practices, where they say don't try to think about like 5 years future, and don't try to plan everything which you don't have a lot of control over, and where a lot of things may change because you're gonna pivot. So be lean and focus on on something that matters for now. Um, and it created a mentality or a way of thinking that that overall we don't need to think about big picture. We just need to be very lean, reactive, and flexible, which I think is important, super important for startups, because you can fail fast. I mean, you can really fail uh, if you do things slowly and you don't adapt to the conditions. Um, but on another hand, it's also about the balance. So you have to figure out for yourself where you want to stick to your bigger picture and longer term plan, and where you want to like be experimenting, pivoting, and whatnot. So white paper is something that declares a longer term vision of the project, its core, its essence. So in a way, it brings back this way of thinking where we want to really put on paper all our vision, strategy, etc. Maybe work on it thoroughly, discuss it multiple times with all the stakeholders and participants of the project, and in the end of the day, come up with something that anybody can align upon. Like you don't like you just need to send a person a white paper, and they already know uh, what they are going to do as a part of the team. Everybody is aligned. Um, so white paper is a key and strategic document. That's how we see it. And when we help our clients with white papers, it's not just a mechanical work. It's not about putting together a nice deck with great pictures. It's not even about refining their technology, their architecture, helping them with token economics, helping them with how their blockchain setup should look like. It's a lot of work, a lot of coaching work, where we work with the founders, uh, helping them align the vision, pick the right strategies, help understand what works and what doesn't work, which approaches could be more cost efficient, and in the end of the day, more beneficial for the community of backers and supporters who are looking for longer term the success of the project itself.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So the next question will be somewhat like an epic question. How to write a good white paper for an ICO, and is there any standard structure of a white paper writing? And what issues should be covered in it?
Um,
The length of the text.
Great. So white paper, in our vision, is a project of aligning the vision and validating the vision within the core team of the project, within the advocates, advisors, and the most active community members. The document itself is only the result of this, right? So the document, the final document, it basically it's a result of the evolution of multiple iterations, where first we write the draft. Apparently, it has to describe about the industry that the project is working in and oriented towards. Secondly, about the problems that we identify in the industry, then about the solutions. There has to be a business overview. There has to be a technical description of the solution. If it is a blockchain project, then how the blockchain is going to be set up and used. What are going to be the consensus parameters? If there is some token economics on top of it, then we have to describe this token economics. Make sure that it works. And very importantly, the team who are these people in the team, have they had previous experience, and what is their motivation to do this project? It could also describe the ICO itself, how the funds would be used. I would say it also makes sense to show the roadmap and show some approximate dates for for that roadmap, as well as how much of the contribution funds will be used towards every specific delivery, and what are the expected business benefits from that delivery.
Okay. Ihor, can you hear me? Because it's a bad connection. Okay.
Yeah, but I can hear you.
Okay, so the next question is, how can the genuine ICOs, because a lot of them are just scams and fakes, How identify them? Yes, the
So
perfect ones.
Speaking ICO is actually a full-time job in my view. Like you can't review all the white papers of all the ICOs to pick the best one out there. If you do this, as your hobby, like half an hour per day, because there are so many ICOs out there. If you want to really, have a professional approach to it, but so I would say a good white paper is the one that is written entirely from scratch. You can use something, pardon me, something for the inspiration, but be sure to mention that. Don't just copy paste the pieces of other people's white papers. Secondly, I personally don't like meaningless texts in the white paper. It shows to me that people just wanted to to fill the space, or they wanted to also seem smarter than they are by using a combination of super scientific words that don't really understand anything, don't really mean anything. Sorry.
Okay, so what language has to be used in the white paper? For example, usage of active words, like specific and concrete terminology, no emotions, no cliches, etc.
It has to be the same language which you would use in a business plan or in a scientific white paper. It has to be very strict to the point. Also,
okay,
it surely has to contain no selling and an emotional aspect to it, but also scientific jargon. If it's used to just impress the audience, I think it will play for worse. So keep it simple. Keep it really to the level where people, like a usual average contributor, can understand it. It's also important, by the way, projects are now gearing towards business problems, and they are solving those business problems. So they are B2B category. They are not B2C. It's very important to describe those problems in such simple words and create the understanding within the consumers, because the consumers are the contributors during the ICOs. If you're focusing consumers, then speak consumer language, speak consumer needs, speak consumer problems, and how your project can, in the end of the day, help consumers. Although it is geared towards business audience and solving business needs, but in the end of the day, the benefits are going to be for the consumers.
Okay, these are cool advices, really. Thank you. And the next question is how to promote white papers and how technical should be a white paper?
It should be definitely technical. Like, why not? I think it's a good practice to open source as much as possible for whatever you're gonna develop after the ICO. So yeah, share your technology, share what inventions you have in mind. Let other people take it as their basis and evolve it further. So there has to be know-how put in the white paper, I guess. But also, again, it just doesn't need to be with the purpose to impress someone. Be genuine.
Okay, I see. Okay, Ihor, thank you.
Thank you,
Such
Tanya. It's been my
informative
pleasure.
answers.
Thanks for really great questions.
Okay,
Have a
and
good day.
okay, you too. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.